everyone, it's Kiara, and today I'm going to be doing a review of The Archived by Victoria Schwab. So before I start getting into my review, I just want to say that this book is currently 99 cents on all ebook platforms. So Kindle, iPad, Kobos, Nooks. My sister's like watching me film this. You're gonna look like a psychopath. And I thought of a wonderful idea last night. I told Jesse he should make a goal of if a certain amount of people buy The Archived, he should put on some eyeliner. And there's a reference in this book called guyliner. This is basically when one of the guy characters wears eyeliner and they start calling it guyliner. So I told Jesse he should do this and he agreed. So he said he will put on eyeliner if he gets The Archive to the top 100 Kindle ebooks. So I will leave a link in the description where you can go buy it, and let's do this, you guys, so you guys can see Jesse wearing eyeliner. Also, you can hashtag The Archive needs a third book if you do buy it, and also hashtag this because we're trying to get a third book for The Archived. Alright, so obviously I heard of this book originally from Jesse the Reader, and I decided to look it up on Goodreads one day, and I thought the description was very intriguing. This book is about a place called The Archived, and this is a place where the dead rest on shelves like books. These dead bodies are called histories, and they're not exactly dead bodies, they're more just physical copies of a human being. And this is where the dead goes, and their memories lay inside these bodies, and there's these people called the librarians who can read them. Our main character is Mackenzie Bishop, and she is a keeper, and she is trying to hunt down the archives that wake up. Mackenzie has to move to a new place because her brother recently died and her family's searching for a new start. A lot of mysteries are to be solved, and I really enjoyed the mystery aspect of this book. So I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars. It was very good, and it definitely deserved that. If you think it's a little slow in the beginning, just wait until you reach the halfway point. And I was just addicted, and I stayed up until 2 a.m. trying to finish it, but I didn't finish it until the next day. This book also has a mystery aspect that I wasn't really expecting. I really liked trying to figure out what Mackenzie was trying to figure out in this book. And this book also surprised me. A lot of the reveals really shocked me, and a lot of books can't do that nowadays. Victoria Schwab has a really beautiful writing. It's kind of like breathing. It's really easy and natural, and it was just very pretty. This book is also very unique. It's so different from so many YA books out there, and it doesn't have a whole lot of romance, but I kind of enjoyed that fact that it didn't have it. This also explored a lot of themes that I enjoyed. One of the themes are the powers of secrets and lying. Mackenzie has to keep her secret that she is a keeper from her parents, and she finds it very difficult, and these lies just keep getting tangled up. Another theme it explored was the past should stay in the past. Mackenzie just doesn't really understand this for a while, but then she finally does, and I think that's a really important lesson all of us as human beings should learn. Here's a quote that is kind of about that, and I really liked it, so I'm just going to read it out to you. The moment when I hated him for telling me, when I wished I could go back, but there's no going back, so can't we just go forward? Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the world building. The world itself is just super unique. The social structure in the world, and basically it starts out with the keepers, and the keepers are the ones who hunt down the histories, and Mackenzie is a keeper herself. And then the next step from the keepers are the crew, and the crew are the ones who hunt the more dangerous histories, which are the adult histories. And when they are done becoming crew, they become librarians, and Mackenzie does want to work her way up to be a librarian. It's just some things in this book make that a little bit more complicated. Also, now I want to talk about the Narrows and the Archive. The Narrows are the place between the outer world, which is our world, and the Archive. And this is where the histories escape, and this is where Mackenzie is in charge of. And then I also want to explain a little bit about keeper paper, and this is where someone in the archive will write down the name of one of the histories Mackenzie has to go hunt, and it'll have the name and their age. So Mackenzie always keeps a paper of her own, and those names will show up once they're written on them, and I thought that was a really unique aspect to this book. Now I'm finally just going to talk about the characters. So our main character is obviously Mackenzie Bishop, and I think she was a pretty good main character. She wasn't my favorite character in the book because she could be a little boring sometimes. Then we have Wesley Ayers, and he is my favorite character from this book. Wesley is one of the guys, and he wears guyliner, so that's what I was telling Jesse about. Wesley has a lot more humor than Mackenzie does, but Mackenzie is funny, but her humor kind of bounces off of Wesley. Don't forget to buy the archived on your Kindle for 99 cents. I will leave a link in the description, and the steal won't last long, so please go out and do it. And if we get it to the top 100, Jesse will post a picture of him wearing guyliner. So I want to see this happen, and hopefully you want to see this happen. So please share this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, or share it on Twitter. I would greatly appreciate it. If you buy the archive, also share it with us, and use the hashtag #TheArchiveNeedsTheThirdBook. And until the next time I see you all, happy reading!